TT. What? You only call me TT when you want something. What you want?
Yes. I need a favor.
Oh, Lord. What? What's the favor?
We should go to therapy.
What? What you trying to call me crazy? What is... Are you kidding me? Therapy? Seriously?
I'm not calling you crazy.
Oh,
Okay?
okay. You better not be calling me crazy.
We need to go to therapy. We need to go to therapy. I get you. Okay, boo, I got you.
Right. We need to go to therapy. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Nice But Feisty. I am Mandi Nice, and I chose this week's topic, and I wanted to talk about mental health, particularly mental health in the Black community. We have gone through so many traumas historically and currently in our modern times, and it's really important that we start focusing on fixing the trauma that we have going on. I think when we don't fix or even attempt to acknowledge the pain and the suffering that we're going through, we end up doing destructive behavior, not only to ourselves, but we also lash out at other people. And I think that it is really important that we really try to focus on getting ourselves right. Because the one thing that I understand is that when you have pain and trauma that you do not address, it will come back and manifest itself in your life. I think that's one of the reasons why we seek so much to grasp onto ideas and concepts that will help us to dull away or get rid of pain. Some people use alcohol, some people use drugs, but it's really because we don't want to deal with that pain that we have. And so I think it is really important that we really hone in on mental health. So first and foremost, the one thing that we need to do, number one, is acknowledge that we are in pain. Acknowledge trauma that we have suffered in our lives. And some people, they need to focus on understanding that, you know, there is a way that you can help yourself, okay? Second of all, by seeking to help yourself mentally, you can learn coping skills that are not self-destructive. So you're not doing things that hurt you, and then you won't do things that hurt other people. And lastly, really seeking out a professional to help you, such as a therapist, such as a counselor, that will help you deal with your issues. Having someone to talk to really can help you with your mental health. So I just wanted, again, to just address the fact that Black people are dealing with a lot of trauma, historical traumas and modern traumas. When I see certain things on the news, sometimes I don't like to turn on the news because it does, when I see certain videos, such as when we see Black people being shot or killed by authority figures and they're unarmed, that triggers something in me because I look similar, or I have a similar skin complexion, or whatever the case may be, but that inflicts trauma on me because that's somebody getting hurt. And it's somebody getting hurt based off of the color of their skin. And that induces trauma. And so we need to find people that will be able to assist us in our mental health that are culturally competent. I got that one for Taraji P. Henson. I love her. So we need to strip away the stigma of going to therapy and talking about your emotions and talking about what you're dealing with, because the first thing we must do is know ourselves. Okay? And it's kind of hard to do that when you're hiding your pain and hiding your suffering. You cannot heal what you have not revealed. Okay? I actually got that one from something Tasha was listening to or whatever. Anyway, but the simple fact is we have a lot of things that we must address. And the first person that we can help is ourselves. Because if we don't help ourselves, there's hardly anything that we can do to help others. The love starts here first with us. You must love yourself so you can properly love other people. So one of the ways that we can show that we love ourselves is by getting the help that we need. And we need to really straighten out the pain and the trauma that we've experienced as a community, as a person, so that we can stop self-destructive behavior, and then also so we won't hurt others. All right, take it away, Tasha. Okay, I'm glad you did yours first, because girl, I was about to jump on your ass, okay? Trying to call me crazy, because I'm not, okay? I'm not crazy. My presentation is a little different because my manifestation of how I deal with stuff, is a little bit different. It's a little bit louder. It's a little bit in your face, because one of the things that manifests in my life when I deal with trauma, I get at your ass. Like, I don't let that shit go. I just, okay? Anyway, so I'm just kind of glad she clarified that. Thank you. So let me talk about a few things. You did mention the church burnings. That is, all the way traumatizing. It takes you back to a time when they was literally lynching folks and all of that stuff. And that's going to bring up some historical trauma. It does. And then what happened with Nipsey, that's a whole nother trauma, with people dealing with the hood and the fact that they see that happening still. And that reminds them homeboy, they homegirl that got shot in the hood, or stray bullets coming through people's houses and killing their babies and stuff. That's trauma, that's pain, that's suffering, okay? So unfortunately for Black people, we have to do this on the fly, because Black people have not had a rest yet in 450, 500 years, since we've been under oppression. We haven't been able to just sit down, deal with the past trauma. We got to deal with right now trauma and past trauma all at the same time. So if you are a health professional, if you deal with psychotherapy, if you're a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or all of that stuff, put your information in the comments. Make sure you put your city and all of that good stuff so Black people can reach out to you. Make sure if you are not Black, you are culturally competent, like old girl said. Cause personally, for me, I would rather just go to somebody that look like me. That's just the truth. I'm just saying. But you may live in a state that don't have Black psychotherapists or psychologists or psychiatric staff that looks like you, and that's okay. But as long as they understand where you're coming from, that's the most important part. Are you trying to be an ally? I need you to go read up on Dr. Frances Cresswell Singh, so that if you are going to be an ally, you're going to service Black people with their mental health issues and help us to get on a path, you need to read up on her, okay? So that's about it. Girlie did cover a lot of it. The simple fact is we got to stop covering up the pain. We got to heal it. And I know a lot of people go to church to get healing, and that's cool and that's good. But you need to be a little bit more proactive, because there's a reason why some people keep going up for the same prayer all the time, because you ain't deal with the real trauma and you ain't dealing with the issue for real. You just trying to pray, and you ain't letting, sometimes I don't know if people don't understand that. Sometimes God tell you, I'm gonna need you to go outside of the church sometimes and get some extra help. Ain't nobody bashing the church. I'm just saying, you need to go see a psychiatrist sometimes and really, really get that help. Anywho, I'm wrapping it up. Girlie, you did a good job. This wasn't a bad topic. All right. So I'm going to catch you on the flip side, you guys. And y'all keep it going. I love y'all. Deuces. Bye. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Nice But Feisty with Mandi Nice and Tasha Feisty. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Have a good one.